My son dropped out of college to marry his ex-wife, and they ended up divorcing 4 years later because he was controlling, but only a month after they divorced he had gotten re-engaged, so instead of attending his wedding I spent the day with his ex-wife. Quick backstory, after graduating high school my son moved 3 states away for college. At 19 he married a girl he met. I tried convincing him to wait because I personally felt he was too immature. They both dropped out and moved back here to his hometown. At 20 they had their first child, a beautiful little girl. 16 months later, my daughter-in-law gave birth to their second child, a little boy. After the first baby, my wife and I noticed our daughter-in-law wasn't happy. We both thought it was PPD related. Just after the second arrived, my son and his wife separated. She would bring the kids over for a visit. It was then she began unloading on us. I know there's 2 sides to every story, but considering I know my son, I believed her. I sat my son down numerous times to speak with him regarding his marriage. He refused to take responsibility, blamed her for everything even when I directly pointed out where he was the sole problem. They got into counseling. For a year things were okay on the surface. Our Dill filed for divorce. My son 3 days later was on Facebook announcing his new girlfriend. A month later, they were engaged. My son had forced his then wife to become a permanent stay-at-home mom at the birth of their first child. She, of course, had no other family or friends here. She knew no one aside from us. She had nowhere to go with 2 small children. Unbeknownst to our son, my wife and I helped her financially and got her an apartment. Before the divorce was even finalized, we received a wedding invitation. I made it clear to my son I would not be attending, and they would not have my blessing. His mother told him she would see to it that I would attend. I stayed consistent in my decision. I also asked him not to bring his fiancée around our house out of respect for the mother of his children. The wedding happened on February 11th. The night before, my wife gave me the final push. I did not attend. Our daughter also did not attend for the same reasons. My wife picked up our grandkids, got them dressed and attended the wedding. My daughter and I decided to spend the evening with his ex. I couldn't imagine her sitting alone while her kids attended their father's wedding. She was taken aback that I didn't end up attending his wedding. We took her out to distract her mind. I just wanted her to know she'll always be considered family to us. My daughter also made a joke they can drop the in-law status and just be sisters now. She was very tearfully grateful. I realized just how badly she needed our support and specifically on that night. The next morning, my son called to tell me how much of a horrible father I am for not attending his wedding. Few days later he caught wind that I spent the wedding evening with his ex. He said that was the ultimate form of betrayal, and further myself and his sister would have to earn a relationship with him on his terms only. Update. First, I'd like to sincerely thank each and every one of you for your support, encouragement, and all the awards. I know without a doubt, I did the right thing. I even feel differently now. His mother should not have attended either. But we can't go back and undo that. So, my son saw the post. I had sent my daughter the link yesterday so she could read the comments. This morning, she texts me at work, "Dad, you went viral." Lol, but anyways, he sent screenshots of the post and all my comments to his mom. He also told her Duth's dead to me now. Time will tell if he means that. I'm sure he'll see this update too. For that reason, I'm positively certain the second he needs another cash loan I won't be dead anymore. His mom told him, "Your children have to be our #1 priority. They're not just some disposable items you can leave behind when one chapter of your life closes." Maybe one day, he'll understand this. OP also commented about what his son did to his ex-wife. It was mostly about control. She was blonde when they married. When they moved here she was brunette. After the kids, she wanted to go blonde again but he told her no. She gained weight after having the babies. He was mad at her for not trying harder to lose it. As he said, he didn't marry a fat woman. He wouldn't let her leave the house. She basically had to give him a daily schedule of what she was doing and where she was going. He wouldn't allow her to make friends. She wanted to get a little part-time job after the boy was born. He told her she wasn't allowed to do that. It was basically a marriage where he created rules for her to follow, but he could do whatever he wanted. He wouldn't help with the kids, meals or housework. He made her do it all, even through both pregnancies. I'm embarrassed he's my son. I'm just thankful she doesn't judge me for the way he is. I thought going off to college would make him mature. I didn't expect him to marry so quickly.